is, people. Let's get to the real. If he thought you were hot, it would probably be part of the series. But when you're not, you can't be. You're edited. You're on the floor. You're on the cutting room floor. So just okay. We get it. You know, these little slide types, I tell you, they try to ease that what do you call it? That try to be all diplomatic and shit, and be like, well, you know, it's just beyond me. I can't. It's not part of the series. Well, really, what it is you don't turn him on. So yeah, you didn't make the cut. So
to be naked in the cut.
To be naked, and you can tell you're from the South because you said naked. People, naked. Yeah, you say naked with an E. So now. How do you eat all day? How does that work?
So usually I have people that can't host, and they'll be like, you know, I really want to be a part. I saw your series. I saw the 5yearjourney.com, and I want to be a part of it, but I can't host you. What can I do? And I'll be like, well, we can go and have a meal, and I'll include that, and that'll be like generosity, and I can put that out there. So yeah, they'll offer to buy me a meal, and I'll go for that. So
okay,
yeah.
Well, there's that. So okay, so let's get to us, because you got to know. You guys know. You know, I keep it real. He comes over, and you know, I'm like all these people he's talking about. You know, trying to hook up or whatever. And more or less, he shows up. I'm like, "What's up? How are you?" You know what I mean? I didn't research him. I didn't do shit. I was like, I'm letting a perfect stranger stay at my apartment, and I really don't even care. I'm like going, whatever. It's like such a part of my life. Like I'm like, whatever. So when you first come up the stairs, well, let's talk about the neighborhood because I live in like the hood. So when you were walking, because he was walking, Lord Jesus. So when he was walking, so what was your impression? Just give me a 5-minute view of walking here, coming up the steps, and saying hello.
Okay, so. Coming here, I look for a place for Wi-Fi because I don't keep service on my phone.
Yeah, that's ghetto.
And I look all around, and there's no place with Wi-Fi. There's no like restaurants, chain restaurants or anything. So I have to walk back down Clark, find a Dunkin' Donuts, and get on Wi-Fi, and then message you, walk back, walk through the park, and I guess you would say it's ghetto.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit ghetto.
You walk through the park. This one over here?
Yes.
I didn't give you instructions to walk through the park.
Google Maps gave me instructions.
But why? Okay, I gave you perfect instructions.
You're like, don't walk through there.
As a white person, I gave you the right instructions. Google doesn't know that you're white and you're walking through a black neighborhood.
I'm not scared of it.
Nobody said about scared, but I gave you perfect instructions. You know what? If you had gotten your little white ass raped, it would have served your ass right.
So I should be scared.
You know what? Yeah, because you know what?
No, not at all.
I gave you. What I did was I was like, okay, I don't know what he looked like. I know he's white, and no, just understand this is it's black and white neighborhood, but it's hood. We got white folks that live here. We have gay people that live in our neighborhood, but Chicago is in pockets. For those of you who don't understand, it's hood, and then it can be nice, and then hood. So you just never know. But my personal street is not bad. It's like it's okay. But getting to my apartment is another thing. I gave him specific directions on how to get here from Dunkin' Donut. Now, he went and used Google. That's on him. Ain't got shit to do with me. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Now, okay, so you get here, and I say, I'm like, what? I'm like, hello.
So you're like, hello. I walk in, and I'm all sweaty. And you're like, how about you want to take a shower? And yeah, and so I was like, yes, and automatically, like that's the first thing is I get a shower.
Okay, so let's stop there. The reason why I did that, it wasn't to try to see him naked.
Right. No.
He just was sweaty and he wasn't sitting on my sofa. So that's the real. So because I was looking at him and I swear to God, in my head I was like, he ain't gonna get that shit on my sofa. So That's where the shower came from. Yep. So for the most part, when you're meeting people that you don't know, do you feel that you have to be somewhat like fake in order to adjust to people's sort of environment and who they are, to adapt to? Because you can't possibly relate to every single person you've stayed with.
Right.
How do you get through the evening when you're with someone that you're not comfortable with?
sometimes a challenge. No, I just have to like be real with it and realize that I'm in their environment. I'm in their place.
And what does that mean? Like, be specific.
So I have to step back and take in the environment, take in the person, figure out where they're coming from, what they expect to get out of the experience. Because it's not just me getting something out of the experience.
Sure.
They expect something too.
Which is why we're doing this.
Like the sex master, he wanted to tell the story.
No,
of being
not
you.
like us. Because no. What I said was, if he comes, he has to do this podcast.
Yes.
That's what I get out of it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Not sex master.
No, not you. Okay. Not you as the sex master.
Clear that shit up.
But what I'm saying is everybody has something that they want to get out of it. Of course. Well. So I have to try to step back and figure out what are they going to get out of it. What is their thing with this? With Walmart, with retail management, whenever I was in that, they taught us whip 'em, which is what's in it for me. And so I have to figure out what's in it for them so that we can meet halfway.
Okay, fair enough. And now, how often has it been where you got to a place and you were like given like something to eat or whatever and you didn't like it? And how do you handle that? Like if they cook for you and you're just like, oh, this shit is foul. How do you handle that?
I don't know if there's been a foul
Oh, it's
moment.
coming.
It's coming.
Well, you're only on month 6.
Right, it hasn't happened yet. The food
6.
I've had so far has been amazing. It's been great. Like,
and he getting pizza because as soon as we get done, I'm ordering pizza.
And I love pizza. So
and because I'm not cooking for him. Shit. I'm just keeping it honest. I felt like this. Like, this is an experience. If he wanted to know how it is here, then this is what happens. We order pizza. And I don't
what kind of pizza?
Why does it matter?
Like, what do you get on your? What are your toppings? You get? This tells me about you.
Okay, if this is about me, you will eat what kind of pizza I eat.
Yes, I will.
I'm a vegetarian, so we get cheese.
Just cheese.
Well, yeah,
New York style.
I don't know. Shit, how you gonna come here and be picky? I know he's not.
Not picky at all.
There
I just
we
wanted
go.
to know. It tells me about you.
Wow. You ain't gonna make it. This is 6 months. Man, nah, you're gonna have to change up some shit. So, so let's talk about the photos. How many photos have you taken so far?
Probably close to 3,000-ish.
Okay, where are you storing them? What do you put them on?
I carry external hard drives with me that I store them on.
Oh, that's nice. Do you carry 2 or just 1?
I actually have 3.
You should.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of these people, like when I take photos, I put them on I have 2 hard drives and I put all of them on my hard drive. And literally just the other day, there was a session that I didn't do that with and I can't find the SD card. And I'm like killing myself right now because I wish I had put it on the hard drive. Yeah. It is the worst to lose your work. It just feels it's devastating. I love how I always turn this, but it is my show.
It's your show.
So he's a portion of it. So anyway, so you've taken about 3,000 photos or so. Now, who's been your favorite so far?
Oh God!
And don't try to be diplomatic and shit because they're not listening to the show. They don't know the address. They don't know.
So. The most eventful, which is what I love. I love eventful.
Wait a minute.
I love,
no.
Like, very active.
Let's say your favorite. Your favorite. I don't want to know.
Marco. Marco is my favorite. Okay, he's my fiance.
So wait a minute. So you met him in the journey?
I met him on the journey, yes.
So y'all haven't known each other that long?
We have known each other like a week and a half. There you go. I'm crazy.
Y'all cannot see my face. If you could see my face, you would be stunned like me. But now, are you saying this because? Why are you saying Marco?
Why am I some?
Are you being? No. Are you being like that whole? Oh, it's Marco.
Because Marco was the most real with me. Like, and I love.
I'm real.
Well, you're real, yes, but he was like very real.
Well, sexually
and sexually very real.
So yes. He was one of the ones you had sex with.
Yes.
When you first, see,
when we first met, no, but no, it was a couple days in. He made me. Well, he actually didn't agree to host me right off. He was one of the people that was like, "Come over and I'll cook for you."
He was playing hard to get.
I think so.
Because he probably researched your ass and saw your photos. See, I didn't look. I was like, I don't need to know. Just a white man come stay in my apartment.
So I come over to Marco's place. He's like, "I'm gonna make you breakfast." Whenever he answers the door in his underwear, beautiful Mexican man invites me in.
Okay, he's Mexican and you over here? Man, you know they some jealous ass. Marco, don't come over here. We're not even like that, you know. So, okay, so he answers the door in his See, he was coming at you.
He may have been.
What do you mean, man? Are you insane?
And so
he was coming at you. Like, did I answer my door in my underwear?
Hell no.
I have on jeans, a polo, and I'm like, glasses. I barely even looked there. I was like, what's up? Come in and put your shit down.
Yeah, whatever.
So he comes, he answers you in the underwear, and
yes, and he makes me this beautiful Mexican meal.
Breakfast?
It's breakfast.
Huevos? Manchero?
Tortillas with cheese in between. It was 2 tortillas, cheese in between.
A quesadilla?
Ham. And then on top of the tortillas, this egg mixture with tomatoes and some other vegetables mixed in, and cheese in that.
Yeah.
And then some of his salsa. And he prepared this meal for me in his underwear, in his kitchen. And this beautiful man is making me passionate about making this beautiful meal for me. And I was like, wow, this is great.
Let me translate. You got a quesadilla with some ham in it, and you made it into this romance.
Yes, I did.
Because everybody else would have been like, oh, what? A quesadilla with some ham. Okay, I mean, it's your life, so I mean, you paint it how you want to paint it. I told your ass this is what I do.
I know.
So I mean, this is what I do. So, Marco, and who else is your favorite? You talked about 2 lesbians.
The 2 lesbians, yes, were Lauren and Jess.
Okay, did they probably had just moved in with each other too and just got married like you?
They actually did it pretty fast. I mean,
of course, they're lesbians. That's what they do.
They call it the U-Haul movement or something
exactly.
like that. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I learned from them.
Yeah, you do. Well, your shit ain't. You ain't said I do yet. So this you got. Trust me, we'll do. When I'm in Portland, we'll have you in Portland and be like, "Oh yeah, I met him.
How did that go?
This is Mike. What? Thought his name was Marco. Well, you know,
things happen.
I got to Seattle, and you know, this dude made me a real breakfast with real ham, and he was wearing I don't know, a G-string and a jockstrap, so he kind of knocked Marco out the water."
No, yeah, well, Marco's amazing.
Well, of course, because you have to say that, but you really are 6 months into the journey.
I know. Yes.
So anyway, let's talk about the second favorite because everybody listening already knows that you said Marco just because he's your fiance. So who's the one outside of Marco?
It was more than one. It was a group of people.
Okay.
It was the group of people at UMBC in Baltimore.
Okay.
It was a college campus, and they were crazy parties, and they wanted me to be like super active with everything they did, and I was. So. Oh,
very good. Well, we won't be doing any of that. No, because you know what? No, I mean you can go out. You can just buzz me when you want to come back in, and I might answer. So now, have you say for instance, you get into a city. Well, no. I got a question. How are you getting back and forth to these cities?
So far, I've used Megabus. I've had different hosts bring me from one city to the next, like UMBC. Cody from UMBC brought me to Philly.
Okay.
And Brian from Hunt brought me to Buffalo. So sometimes my hosts take me. There's I'll be there anyways.
So how'd you get from Detroit to here?
Took Megabus. Cost me $6.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that.
It's like transportation within the city.
So, when you're staying with a host or whatever, when you have to shit, do you freak out if you have to fart? Because they have to smell your ass. It's different when you're around people that you know, but when you're not around people that you don't know these people, how do you fart?
Usually I have to get up and leave the room or whatever. Unless I'm comfortable with them. There have been like hosts that I'm like automatically comfortable
And
with.
you
We
just
connect
fart.
and it's just like whatever.
Okay.
And they fart and we just do our
And
thing.
be like, oh,
Yeah,
we
whatever.
all farted.
Yeah, who cares?
And then like, cause you know, that's my thing. Is like if I'm in a